Shooting or destroying of these birds is not allowed. During our show, there will be numerous free flight demonstrations. Please remain seated and do not attempt to touch the birds as they fly just inches over your heads. We hope you enjoy our presentation on some of the most magnificent creatures in the world.
Good afternoon. How are you guys doing today? Good. It's good to hear. My name is Matt, and I'd like to welcome you not only to the Snowden Zoo, but also the Masters of Flight Bird Show. You guys excited for it?
Yes!
Alright, that's what we like to hear. Now, since this is going to be a free flight show, there are a couple things we have to ask you to do so that you guys, as well as our birds, all have the best shows that we can, and they're pretty easy. So what we'll ask of you today is stay sitting down in the bleachers throughout the whole show, and please do not reach up and try to touch any of the birds as they fly over your heads. If you have to leave in the middle of the show, that is totally fine. Just raise your hand about shoulder level and make sure we're looking at each other. If there is no bird out on stage, you'll be free to go then. If there is a bird either on stage or flying around, we'll ask that you stay seated in the bleachers until that bird has left the stage. Once it's gone, you'll be good to go back up the ramp through the entryway the same way you came in. And all we'll ask at that point is you do so as quickly as you can, so the show runs as smooth as possible. Does that sound good?
Yes!
Alright. Birds are an awfully important part of the show because without them we wouldn't have a bird show. Equally important are my trainers, Alicia and Kate. And you'll be seeing them throughout the show, making sure that the birds are where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there. And hopefully by this point you guys have all had lunch. Is that safe to say? All have lunch? Some of you? Hopefully most of you. Now luckily I'm the same way because I had breakfast before 7 o'clock. So we do it from then all the way up until now. Food is not fun because I like it. But the good news is, people, we have really easy ways to get food. Popular one is pull out your phone, order something, you can sit on the couch and wait until the food shows up and you didn't have to do any work, which is pretty nice. Birds can't do that. They have kind of a hard time working the phone, and I don't really know how they feel about pizza or Chinese food or whatever it is that we like to get when we order food in, which means they have to go out and find their food. Some will use their eyes to do that, some use their ears, and some get creative and kind of gross in how they find their food. So we won't talk about that to start with. We'll save it for a bit later. The first bird you'll be meeting here today does not get her food like most birds, and she's also not found here in Massachusetts. If you wanted to see her, you'd have to go visit the southwestern deserts of the United States, where you would find a bird like the Harris's hawk. And you would see that unlike most birds, Delta here would not be hunting her food by herself, she would be hunting it with her family. Now they do that because they hunt jackrabbits, which are about twice as big as the rabbits that you might have living around your house, or maybe you've seen while here at the zoo today. Because they're so big, Delta hunts with her family to make sure everyone has a nice chance to help get them, and her parents can also pass along any tips or tricks they might have learned over the years to give Delta a way better chance of surviving when she leaves the nest and goes to fend for herself. Since they live in the desert, it's fairly dry and about the only good place to perch is a cactus. To avoid the sharp spines, they stack on top of each other, and they all face out in different directions. So they end up making kind of a living, screaming totem pole that goes and hunts rabbits. And once they spot the rabbit, they work together to take it down. And once they've caught it, they share the food. And they make sure the younger birds like Delta get as much food as they want, so they can grow up big and strong. This means they end up acting a bit like a human family, and it's probably a thing or two about family bonding that we could learn from a bird like Delta. I'd say she did a great job here this afternoon. Would you guys agree with that?
Yes!
Now we can't really show you what it would look like for a bird like Delta to go and hunt in the wild, because you'd probably never come back and see the show again. So what we can show you is how other birds go and get their food, because not all of them eat things that are alive. Some of them scavenge and eat things that are dead. Depending on how you came to the zoo today, you might have seen one of these birds. If you drove along a highway to get here and you saw a pretty big bird up in the sky that didn't really flap its wings, just held them like this, then you were probably looking at a turkey vulture, just like Skinner. So if you saw a dead animal, you'd go fly on down to it and use his beak to get any easy to get 2 pieces of food. He might poke around the eye sockets, he might stuff his beak straight up the dead animal's nose and eat whatever he finds in there. he's not super picky. And once he's gotten those easy pieces of food out of the way, he'll use his beak and tear a hole in the belly of that animal and start to root around in there. Which is why you can see he doesn't really have a whole lot of feathers up on top of his head. It's not just because he's old, even though he is pretty old, that helps to keep him clean. So while he's rooting around inside, all he needs to do to clean off is find a nice patch of grass, wipe his face off just like a napkin, and he's good to go. Now, they're called turkey vultures because they kind of look like turkeys. They've got dark stocky bodies, a lot of red creeping up their necks to their heads, and his legs are mostly red, except for the tops of his toes, which is because of how Skinner cools off. Birds can't sweat like we can, so one of the things turkey vultures do to cool off is they go to the bathroom down their legs. It works just the same, and it would probably work about as well for us as it does for them. But if you try that, you probably don't want to tell your friends, because you're not living that down. Now, even though he does a lot of gross things, you're good to go if you need to. He can do something that's pretty cool. He can use his sense of smell to find food. And he is one of only 4 birds in the entire world that can do that. Which means he can be a little bit lazier when he's going out looking for food, because he doesn't have to work as hard. Since most birds can't smell, they have to figure out some other way to get food. One option is, if you like eating dead animals, you can follow the turkey vultures, because they know where the food is. And even though we only have turkey vultures here in Massachusetts, there is a second kind of vulture found here in North America. They're just not found quite this far north. And they're a little bit smaller than turkey vultures, so they don't show up by themselves. They show up with a group of their friends. So you might see a whole bunch of black vultures, just like they do. Now since they're smaller, they can work together to help chase away the turkey vultures, make sure everyone gets food, and they can all be nice and fat and happy. But unfortunately for Vader, there are not enough dead animals in the wild for him to eat every day. He only ends up finding food about once every couple days. So once he's found it, he's pretty hungry, eats way too much, and can't get off the ground. He's too heavy to fly away. Which means when a coyote comes along, it doesn't look too good for Vader anymore, he's stuck on the ground.
What are you
So he
feeding
just lets
him?
that coyote get closer until it's right in front of him. Then he opens his beak and he throws up straight in the coyote's face. That's how vultures defend themselves, and it's not fun. Not only does it smell horrible, but it's as strong as battery acid. So when it gets in the coyote's face, it burns. The coyote leaves the vulture alone. Vader has threw up half his lunch. He is now light enough to get off the ground into a tree. So he's safe, and the coyote won't mess with the vulture again. Now, in the United States, most of our vultures don't get a whole lot larger than Skinner. But if you were to go somewhere like Africa, you'd find vultures that get at least twice that size. And you'd see tawny eagles just like Diablo mingling with those larger vultures to try to eat from the dead animal. Now, Diablo is smaller than the vultures in Africa, so he has to find a way to chase them away from that food, so he has a safe chance to eat. What he does is he flies straight towards them, and he starts to bark at them, which scares them. So they throw up, they fly away, and he chases them to make sure that they're gone. Once they're gone, he's got a choice. If the vulture's left from anything on that animal, he can go and eat it. Or if the bones are all picked clean, he'll walk on over to some of the piles of bark the vulture's left behind and eat some of the partially digested pieces of food out of the piles of bark. So Diablo is a bird that happily eats bark and doesn't mind doing it. Which, hopefully that sounds kind of weird and pretty gross, because it is. But for him, it's not a bad idea on how to find food. Because vulture stomach acid is strong enough, it can kill any disease that we know of. So it doesn't matter how that animal died. Once the vulture eats it, comes back, Diablo eats from it, it's been sterilized. So it can't hurt him. It's just a really gross way of finding food that I don't really recommend we try out for ourselves. So even though Diablo gets his food like that, and the vultures eat dead things, and most birds go and hunt for their food, they still have something in common with us. We're diurnal, which means that we are active during the day. There are a lot of other animals that are nocturnal, and they are out at night. There's one kind of bird in particular that's pretty well known for being active at night. You all probably know what they are. So I'll count to 3 and then you can shout it out. 1, 2, 3. Owls, that's right. Owls are found all across the world. They come in all different shapes, all different sizes, and all different colors. Sometimes they're really big and pretty scary looking, and sometimes they're pretty small, pretty cute, but really territorial. Now, we don't have a big owl to show you in this show. We do have a tiny cute one for you. His name is Peabody. He's our Tawny owl. He's coming in from the back of the theater. Now, they're native to Europe and Asia, where they live right next to some very, very big owls. They'll get about 5 times the size of Peabody. And owls that are big, they like to eat owls that are smaller for a snack, which means Peabody has to be super territorial around his neck to help chase away big owls and keep himself and his family safe from getting eaten. He's pretty good at that. He is also a really good hunter. If you look at his face, it's shaped like a satellite dish. That helps him catch sound and send it straight into his ears, the same way that cupping our heads behind our ears does for us. It lets us hear a lot better. For Peabody, when you combine that with his good night vision, he only needs a little bit of light plus the sound his food makes to be able to find it, which is incredible. There's no way we'd be able to do that. Now, unfortunately for Peabody, what he likes to hunt are mice. And they also have really big ears and really good hearing, which means Peabody needs to sneak up on them. He has a really nice built-in way to do that, and it's something that for his next flight you will be able to experience for yourselves. And there's only one thing you have to do, which is when he turns around and looks like he's ready to fly, just be as quiet as possible and listen as hard as you can. Enough fun. Well then, I guess I'll keep talking. So something else about owls is their eyes are very big. They're big in their face. They're a lot bigger inside their head. They take up about 2/3 of the room there, and they actually touch inside his skull, which means his eyes are stuck facing forward, so the only way he has to look around is turn his head. So did you guys hear anything when he flew over? Did you guys hear anything? Owls fly silently, which is a great way to make sure those mice have no idea that they're getting closer. It also means the owls don't have to worry about confusing the sounds that their wing flaps make when they're trying to listen to the mice and figure out which sound is which. So it works out really, really well for the owls, not so well for the mice, but that's alright. Now, even though Peabody is active at night, and the other birds you've met so far have been active during the day, they still have something in common with each other, and that is where they hunt and what they eat. They all live around the land and they hunt things that are mostly mammals. But there are a lot of other animals that live around the water, and those eat different things. Things like snakes, frogs, lizards, toads, ducks, maybe turtles, or maybe even something like fish. Now, depending on what you've seen so far at the zoo today and where you've been, you might have already seen our bird that you'll be seeing here next. But you probably were not able to see them quite as closely as you'll be able to here. And they are a very, very important bird to us because they're our national symbol. Which means you'll be getting a nice close look at a bald eagle.
Whoa. That's an eagle.
Just like normal. Bald eagles in the wild, their favorite food is fish, and they are very, very well built to catch them. If you look at Norbert's legs, he does not have feathers running the entire way down. That's to help keep him dry and warm when he's out hunting for those fish. You'll also, well, you won't be able to see this part as much, but the scales on the bottoms of his feet are smaller and a lot rougher than the scales on the tops of his feet. That helps him to hold on to those fish, so he's a lot less likely to drop them. Now, bald eagles became our national symbol back in 1782. And when that happened, there were over 100,000 nesting pairs of them across the entire country. They were everywhere. But as time went on, that started to change. We got a lot more people living here, which meant we had to find places to put all those people and find ways to feed them. Now, we were able to do that, but we ended up taking away a lot of the places that bald eagles like to live, and their numbers dropped. In the 60s and 70s, we only had about 400 nesting pairs across the entire country, and they almost went extinct. It's something that we were able to fix, thanks to people like you banding together and trying to find ways to help them out. What we did was we got smarter about what and where we built things. We found better ways to keep our crops healthy and still be productive. And we started breed and release programs to get bald eagles back in the wild. You add all that up, and they've been off the endangered species list as of 2007, and we now have over 10,000 nesting pairs across the country, where we only used to have about 400, and their numbers are still going up today, which is great. Now with a success story like that, you might be thinking, all right, our national is safe, so our work is done, and that's not quite true, because there are a lot of other animals still on the endangered species list with really easy ways to help. You could do things like recycling, you could use reusable grocery bags when you're out shopping, find ways to use less water and electricity around your house, or you can visit a zoo and learn about the animals that live there. By doing that, you're helping to support any conservation efforts the zoo has, and that all makes a big difference all by itself. If you already do all of that, and you're wondering if there are any other ways to help, there are, and you don't have to leave the theater to be able to do it. If you wanted a second look at Peabody, it's cute, very cute. He will be coming back out and standing next to that painted box. Where if you're of a mind to, you can drop off a donation, because that is another way that you can help. Anything you decide to donate will go directly back to the care and feeding of the animals that live here at the zoo. So with that, hopefully we were able to teach you guys at least a little bit about the different ways that birds find their food. We hope you enjoyed the show, and if you've got time to come see us again tomorrow before the season's over, you'll come and do so. If you have any questions, feel free to come on down and ask us. When you're ready to go check out the rest of the zoo, just go back up the ramp through the entryway the same way that you came in. And we hope you enjoy the rest of your time here at the zoo. Thanks for coming out today, guys.
Thank you.